Are we rolling? Oh shit. What's going on, everybody? George Osei, back at it again. Thank you for being on this journey with your boy. Going down this rabbit hole, being inspired by these interesting people. Okay, is this the one? Yeah. So we're continuing this series of the trial of the century. And I'm a little frazzled right now. Am I gonna be all right? I hope so. Okay, let's get into it. Let me hit it from the side. Let me hit it from the side. Okay, let's get serious. Shout out to CNN for the scoop. Oh, shit. All right. So we got here Dawn Richards from Danny Kane. Um, these these court drawings here shows Diddy looking down as Dawn is dragging his name through the mud, but not looking down in like a shameful way, like looking down like he put her on the list. Okay, so Cassie's not on the stand. Dawn is, he pled not guilty. And Dawn says the following, right? She frequently saw abuse. Richard, a former member of the musical group Danny Kane, testified Monday that Combs would punch, choke, drag, slap, and kick her. After one such assault in '09, Victoria wore sunglasses to try to hide the injury, Richard said. Richard and her friend singer Kalina Harper also wore sunglasses to have solidarity, to be a friend, to be a support system for someone who needed it, she testified. Jury saw a photo of the three women wearing glasses after the suit. Okay. They give us the information real early. Women love to bond like this. For some reason, when they um, have friendships, they form them oftentimes with these really like traumatic and they tell each other a whole bunch of information about each other, like where the bodies are hidden and who did what, who licked on who. And they do this to encourage other women that they're trying to befriend to reveal their deepest, darkest secrets. Why do I say this? Because what women do to other women is far worse than what women do to men. Actually, that's not right. There we go. That's why, as men, we shouldn't really be so upset with women when things just don't go our way. Because remember, they'll do far worse to each other than they will to us. Mostly because we're dumb and easier to manipulate. But women, they know women well. I even have a couple friends that straight up say they can't even be friends with other women. Yet they expect men to like them. I don't know how that works. But yes, what we're seeing here is these ladies bonding together with trauma, something that women do. Let's continue. Defense questions Richard's memory and her motives. Under cross examination, Richard faced questions about her memory of the assaults and her personal motives. In the start of her testimony, Friday afternoon, Richard testified she saw Combs assault Ventura in '09 in the kitchen after she was cooking eggs. Right at breakfast? Damn. No Folgers in sight, huh? Next day, Combs told Richard and another witness to remain silent, saying, where he comes from, people go missing if they talk. I mean, where does do that from again? I feel like I should know these things, right? Ah, Harlem. Yeah, man. Harlem niggas be grimy. So that would be a statement that don't surprise me. Defense attorney Nicole Westmoreland suggested Richard's account of the kitchen incident and his aftermath have changed. Richard said she's recounted it over time to the best of her recollection. Richard, 42, signed with Bad Boy and worked for Combs from '04 to 2011, part of two musical groups, Danny Kane and Dirty Money. She testified that she felt saddened by Combs' decision to dismantle both those groups and confirmed that the music she released since hasn't reached the same level of success. It says she reached out to Combs as recently as 2020 to start working together again. She filed a lawsuit last September accusing Combs of sexual battery, sexual harassment, false imprisonment, among other allegations, which Combs have denied. Westmoreland asked Richard if she filed a lawsuit against Combs to get a lot of money. Richard denied that, but she says she wants to be compensated for the work she put forth. Oh yeah, all men pay. Combs wearing a tan crew neck sweater, white collar shirt, and khaki pants passed a few post-it notes to his attorney during the cross-examination. Yo, this man want to defend himself so bad. This is a bad look. You're coming off controlling, son. In a RICO trial, they just need to prove these webs are true or appear to be true. Former best friend says Combs hit her with a wooden hanger. Oh, now they BFFs? Oh, okay, no, this is the second woman. Okay. I was about to say, oh, white woman. Yo, yo, Diddy has white women testifying against him, fighting for his life. Woo! It's not looking good for you, son. But hey, listen, this is not over until it's over, right? Here's the white woman, Carrie Morgan. The second witness Monday testified that she was best friends with Ventura just shortly after she was assaulted by Combs in 2018. Came up behind me and choked me and then boomeranged a wooden hanger at my head, Morgan testified. Had marks on my neck. Okay. Morgan testified that she was planning on filing a lawsuit after the assault, but didn't do it. She met with Ventura about a month later, and Ventura told her she would be receiving $30,000 from Combs, she said. Ventura also told her she was over exaggerating. Oh, okay. Think I think I see what's going on here. Are they alleging that Diddy sent Cassie over to handle this woman so that she will stay in line? Because she did sign an NDA and hasn't spoken to Ventura since. They have been best friends since '01, she said. The reason I stopped speaking with her is because she was not supportive of me after that incident. You see that? See? See in a prior video, I said that this is something that women like. They love when women support each other because they feel like if They're in that situation. Mm. She violated girl code, essentially. Morgan says she testified because she was subpoenaed and didn't want to be in court. I've moved on with my life and away from these people and their problems. On cross examination, Morgan testified that Ventura was jealous of Kim Porter, the late actress who shared 3 children with Combs' other girlfriend, Gina. Woo! How jealous was she now? Hmm, interesting. That's Carrie Morgan right there. Sunglasses and all. Morgan also says she vividly remembers 2 incidents in which Combs assaulted Ventura and said he was not intoxicated or under the influence on either occasion. He did it off strength. During one of those assaults, Morgan asked one of Combs' security guards to intervene, but he responded that he wasn't going to do anything. He testified. Yeah, man, he don't get paid to get in the way of Diddy. The other assault occurred in Jamaica around 2013. Yo, you was in Jamaica with these people? Okay. When Combs dragged Ventura by the hair and pushed her to the ground, where she hit her head on the brick walkway. Combs had complained Ventura was taking too long in the bathroom before dragging her down the hallway. I heard Cassie scream, so I ran to the hallway where she was. Described the screams as guttural. Oh, yeah. That was deep, boss. He dragged her down about 50 yards by the hair and then took her in the front driveway and pushed her down, where she hit her head on a brick. After he pushed her to the ground, Ventura eventually got up and fled into the woods. Morgan found her and they hid for hours. Well, it felt like hours. I don't know if it was hours though. Then she knew some more details about this incident in the hotel. CNN is always telling us we the ones who broke this news about this dude right here. Morgan says she'd been staying at the apartment at the time. Ventura came back with a black eye. After 30 minutes later, Combs arrived yelling and banging on the door with a hammer. Woo! She said she was freaked out and called Combs' security guard and assistant, hoping they'll stop. Ventura just sat on the couch, unmoved. I don't think she cared if he came in and killed her. Woo! It's not looking good for you, dog. Eventually, Combs left and did not gain access to the apartment. The police came, but Ventura wouldn't cooperate. Interesting. Combs had control over Ventura. Morgan said she would tell Ventura to leave, but she would say she couldn't. Because of her job, her car, her apartment, he controlled everything. She would have lost her livelihood. Yeah. David James, a former assistant of Combs, was the third witness of the day. He similarly testified a conversation he had with Ventura in Miami around '07. Lifestyle was crazy. He agreed and suggested that she should leave. She says, I can't. She went on to say that Combs controlled her music career, paid for her apartment, gave her her allowance. I just don't think she could leave. Gave her an allowance. This was a sugaring situation here. If Cassie would have left, are they implying Diddy would have done something to her outside of completely cutting her off? Finally, James described Kim Porter as Combs' main girlfriend and then listed 4 other women, including Ventura, as his other girlfriends. He testified at one time a business associate asked Combs about Porter and Ventura, and Combs found that Porter was doing well and described her as his queen. Combs described Ventura as moldable and said, I got her right where I want her. She's young. Amen. That's true. That is true. Hmm. I'm trying to understand the RICO portion here. As far as I know, none of that was sexual. It was just very abhorrent behavior. Yeah, we'll roll with that one. The white woman doesn't suggest that sex happened with her. Neither does the assistant. I don't know. We have to keep reporting on this because I don't know understand what's going on here. But wherever you see this, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back shortly.